Hey guys, Scrublord here, and welcome to another episode of Scrub Souls. In this episode, we will be taking a level 1 character through the painted world of Ariandel and taking on the first boss of the DLC, the Grave Tender and its Great Wolf. I will then go ahead and make a second episode of the DLC to take on Sister Frida and Father Ariandel and the second area as well. Most of the enemies in this area are pretty difficult and pretty mobby. It's not that you can't take them out, and I did on my first run through this with an SL1, but it was probably a waste of time. There isn't a lot to pick up that's worth picking up. There's the Millwood Axe, and I'll show you where that is. But first, I'm just going to make a beeline straight for the first bonfire without fighting anything, because if you don't want the Millwood Axe, pretty much all you're looking for now is just to get to the first boss, which is actually really fast. After I hit this bonfire, then we'll go ahead and go back to get the Millwood Axe, although you have to go back to the first bonfire because you can't go up the cliffside where the Great Wolf is. But here's your bonfire already, about a minute into the DLC. So, pretty much same idea as the first part. We're just going to go ahead and race towards this tower where the Millwood Axe is and try not to fight anything. I've got a real persistent wolf on my ass, and normally that won't happen, but I guess it's better that it's a wolf on my ass than one of the giants, because they're a lot more difficult to fight with a level 1 character. Just go ahead and run up the side here and take him out at your leisure. You won't be able to sneak up on the giant that's blocking the stairs, so kind of bring him down the stairs and juke him here and run around and get up those stairs and up that ladder, because he won't be able to get you from there. Or at least he shouldn't. I'm sure it's no secret that this giant standing in this opening here is easily backstabbed, and you can just toss him to his death here. And then I did something really, really dumb. Rather than just going up and getting the Millwood Axe, which is the only reason I came here, I go down for the crystal bug, which I don't even really want. And that's why I said what I said before about the giant at the bottom. That was just dumb. Go get your Millwood Axe. I actually ended up dying twice more trying to get back here and finally put on a little bit meatier outfit for protection, because the wolves wrecked me and then I got hit by another giant, and I was a little bit salty by the time I finally got my prize, and that's the Millwood Axe. Go ahead and head from the second bonfire into the Chapel of Ariandel, and from there we'll cut down the bridge and head down the tree. As you're heading down the tree, you can see a shiny over on that branch over there, but I died twice trying to get it, and I don't really want it anyways. It's the Follower's Saber, so if you do want it, go ahead and try to get it. It's not really that difficult. It's just wasn't worth the trouble for me, but it is up there and it is usable by a level 1 character. Eventually, if you're a total pro like me, you'll actually make it down the tree and light this bonfire. I don't really use any spells in my level 1 runs, but if you do and you don't mind, and I know some of the total pros actually use them all the time, you want to pick up that Snap Freeze. I understand that people have been playing around with it, and it's actually pretty good against the Dragon Slayer armor, which is weak to frost, which was always kind of odd because there really aren't a lot of frost weapons in the game, and I guess people didn't really understand how it worked until they actually got the Snap Freeze spell. But after you go ahead and get that, go up this long ass ladder, and I'm just going to skip to the top of this. And after an hour or so of climbing that ladder, you'll finally get your prize, a Titanite slab. Well, it was worth it anyway. I killed this guy a lot faster with my first SL1, and I was tempted to just reinsert that video in here because, I mean, it's the same boss fight and everything. But this was a little bit instructive. Not only did I scrub it up a little bit, I haven't done the fight in a while, but also I was having troubles getting a stagger or a shield break on the boss, And I'm not sure, you know, they might have actually patched him a little bit and made him a little bit more difficult to shield break. So it's probably worth showing this fight. After you take out the 3 wolves, you're going to want to run to the back of the arena here and go ahead and use lightning or pine resin on your weapon. And you're really looking for the point where he brings his shield down, but he's not cooperating with me here, and so I find myself dodging around him a lot more than I did first time. That's what you're looking for right there. Now, it used to be when he put his shield down like that, you would be able to hit him twice in that shield, and it would cause a shield break, and you'd be able to get a visceral on him, which, since I'm using the Hawk's Ring, was really good. You don't want that shield where he's got it over his head. You want it when he puts the shield down. I'll do it again here. No, not that one. That one. Right there, you should be able to hit him twice, and he's just not letting me. So I think they may have changed him a little bit. Anyways, I go ahead and take a backstab here. Now, it may have been that the few times I tried this, I just wasn't getting very lucky, and he was always getting out of the shield bash. But I only managed to do it once, and before it seemed like it was fairly easy to do, so he may be changed. For the wolf, you want to bait out this attack and then hit him in the nose. It does the most damage to him, and eventually we're going to want to get a visceral on his head, and that's going to pretty much kill him off. Bait that out, hit him in the head. Now you can get the visceral without hitting him in the head, but I think the head helps. So keep hitting him in the head, and eventually we'll get to this kind of second stage where it winds up. And this is pretty much it for him. Take your visceral and he's dead. So that's pretty much all there is to that boss. I suppose there's a lot of people that have complained that he was maybe a little bit too easy for a DLC boss, especially given the history of Souls games and their difficult DLCs. As you can see, I am still a level 1 character here, and we'll go ahead and show you the equipment I was using. I am, of course, using the Dragon Slayer's Axe Plus 10. I'm wearing the Kraten's armor, but there's no point in that. The Lightning Clutch ring, the Hornet ring, and the Knight and Hunter ring in order to use the axe, and of course the gold pine resin. Okay, so thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and check back to see my next video where I try to kill Sister Frida for the first time ever with an SL1.